person is Carolyn McKay. Apologies, I will come back to everyone.
Thanks so much, Harriet. I hope you can hear me from Australia. I'm Carolyn McKay. I'm a Senior Research Fellow at the University of Sydney Law School and Co-Director of the Sydney Institute of Criminology. I've recently been awarded a very large research grant from the Australian Research Council, and I'm undertaking a 3-year project that's just kicked off. It's titled Digital Criminal Justice, Vulnerability and the Digital Subject. So, of course, as we all know, for the first time in living memory, physical presence in court has been essentially banned due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we've seen courts across the globe go into complete or partial lockdown. Audio-visual links or audio-alone links, as well as third-party proprietary platforms such as Zoom, as we're using now, as well as other things like Microsoft Teams, have become critical courtroom infrastructure, and they've enabled remote or virtual hearings and new forms of digital justice. So this widespread transfiguration of justice has occurred before all the risks from digitising criminal procedure have been resolved, and I know a number of scholars have been looking at that. So digital criminal justice has been piloted under the urgency of the pandemic, but the impacts of this large-scale social experiment remain to be assessed, especially for vulnerable participants in the high stakes of criminal procedure. So my project is going to evaluate the impact of digital justice, specifically digital communication technologies, on the fair and inclusive justice for vulnerable users of criminal courts. My project aims to investigate the range of vulnerabilities present in the courtroom endpoint of audio-visual links, as well as other third-party proprietary platforms. And I'm going to be focusing on the courtroom endpoint and the perspectives of the judiciary and lawyers, and looking at all of this in the context of the requirements of the efficiency of the administration of justice, as well as procedural justice values. So I'm very much aiming to grapple with that lack of clear understanding of vulnerability, as the other two people have already discussed, as criminal procedure is increasingly digitised. So just very quickly, my project aims are basically 2 aims. My first aim is primarily theoretical. I'm looking at developing and refining new concepts of digital justice and digital vulnerability, informed by this framework of digital criminology. And secondly, I want to develop some applied knowledge, apply those concepts to test existing practices in courts, to develop alternative recommendations for inclusive justice, and generate strategies to better protect the vulnerable under digital justice. And that's me as well. Thank you.